cyclone, and now there is another problem which India will have to face, and this is to do with the swarms of locusts that are coming in from over the west. Now, these are desert locusts, and India has now decided to take initiative in creating a transnational instrument in order to control these desert locusts that seem to be threatening agriculture in India, Pakistan and Iran. Now, as per reports from the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations, in Iran, the hopper bands of the locusts are maturing along the southwestern coastal plains, and another generation of breeding is presently underway in the southwest, where hatching is taking place on the coast and also in the interior part of the Sistan-Baluchistan region. In Pakistan, a similar story repeats. There are adult groups of these locusts that are migrating, and interestingly, they seem to be wanting to enter into the Indian border from where these hopper groups are present. Now, this is happening in the Punjab and the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa region in the country as well. Now, interestingly, in India, more adult groups and also small swarms have arrived from the west in the past few weeks, and they're now moving on to Rajasthan and also into Madhya Pradesh and other states such as Haryana. Now, remember, these locust swarms can eat up a standing crop in a matter of days. The government of India has now woken up to the imminent threat that is posed by these locust swarms, and it wants to create a transnational mechanism so that these locust swarms can actually be dealt with. It is spearheading initiatives to foster regional cooperation. India has suggested to Pakistan and Iran that a coordination must be set up to control the locusts along the border, and that India can facilitate and supply pesticides to Pakistan as well. Now, India has also offered to supply pesticides to Iran to carry out desert locust control operations in its Sistan, Baluchistan and the South Khorasan provinces. Now, these efforts will contribute to mitigate the effect of the desert locust not only in these countries but also for India, where they are threatening India's food security. Iran has already responded positively to India's offer. It remains to be seen as to what Pakistan, of course, has to say in combating the desert locust and whether it will agree for a coordinated approach in dealing with the desert locust crisis. There is consensus that the desert locusts could pose a grave challenge for India in the year 2020. Thousands of acres of crops could be destroyed by the locusts, and at a time when global economy is struggling to recover after the COVID-19 crisis, this is perhaps the last problem that the region needs to deal with. So what a year it has been, and with that, it's also a wrap on this edition of the News Bulletin. Stay tuned.